It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Adventure Cave Tours. Live a day in the life of a real adventurer with Adventure Cave Tours. Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Blue Current, moving you forward since 1929. Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, happy Friday. We made it to the weekend, finally. Well, I mean, after work today, of course, but just a little bit longer to go. As you see, it's not Sarah and Ethan, it's Diana, the best. I know, I love having you. And Ethan's gone, watching some March Madness, doing his thing. So thank you so much.
I told him
to up dark and early.
Hey, no problem. I told him to go easy on the slot machines and all that bidding. Just kidding.
You know, did you know that he lived out there for a long time? Like he went to UNLV and then started. Yeah. So he loves Las Vegas. And he's not a gambler, but it's funny because he's got quite a poker face. So I feel like he'd be a pretty darn good one. Just kidding. So, all right, we will get some news started. First off, more people are now charged in the shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade last month. Another adult is now charged with second-degree murder in the death of a radio personality who was shot in the crowd. Another teenager, a 15-year-old, is also charged with felonies in the shooting that left 25 people injured. So this now brings 3 adults, 3 juveniles, all charged in that shooting that police say began as an argument between 2 different groups.
Wow. Well, a fire station in Billings is vandalized again, and authorities are now looking for whoever did it. This has been an ongoing problem, and someone's been driving their car on the fire department's property, doing donuts in the gravel and the grass, which is a big no-no. The building also sustained damages from rocks that were thrown from the vehicles. This happened about 6 different times, and the department has already spent more than $1,000 to fix the damage. So cut it out,
Darn
y'all.
Kids.
Cut
You
it
think
out.
it's kids? Maybe. Probably.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. The latest meeting about the controversial development proposed at Sunshine and National has been delayed. It's supposed to be last night, but not so much. It was postponed by the developers because both sides are awaiting a ruling from a judge on whether development can move forward. As you recall, some neighbors from the University Heights community are trying to block that development from going in, which has changed a few times to try to make some adaptations to the building. But now it is calling for pickleball courts and a food hall as part of that if it moves forward. But at this point, it is still an if.
It's like the never-ending story, that one.
It is interesting because all the other corners are developed.
Yeah.
So I do think that they have a challenge in front of him, the neighborhood group, that is.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know, right? Because, I mean, it's a super busy intersection, but that's a historic neighborhood. I don't know. Lots to consider.
Yeah. Well, speaking of considerations, the April 2nd election is coming up in less than 2 weeks. So be thinking about who you're going to vote for. But now there is a second location for people to vote in person leading up to the municipal election. The new location is the Library Center on South Campbell, just down the road from me. And that's in addition to the Greene County Election Center on Boonville. So you will have to show an ID, of course, to vote.
Okay, it's coming up. Pet Supplies Plus is shuttering its location on West Battlefield. It'll close 1 week from tomorrow. So if you need pet supplies, maybe you can go get yourself a good deal. Pet Supplies Plus has 4 other stores in the Springfield area. That company is based in Michigan and has 600 stores total.
Sad to see, but
yeah.
The birthplace of Route 66 Festival is coming back to Springfield in August. And get this, the talent show is also coming back. Anyone 18 years old or older can enter. And the festival features a parade, a car show, concerts, and more starting Thursday, August 8th, which runs through Saturday the 10th.
We could put together a rendition, you know?
We could do karaoke. We could do something pretty amazing.
It's funny because some talent shows, like it reminds me of American Idol when there's like someone who's a terrible singer, but they believe they're good. Some of them know they're not good, you know?
Yeah.
But others, I'm like, why didn't your mom tell you before you were on national television? You know?
Well, maybe they did, and they just need to be proven wrong by an expert.
Right. That's true, actually. You know what? That could be true. Like sometimes they, kids don't receive it from their parents.
I'm just
They need someone
wondering
else to tell them.
what our number would be if we did something, Sarah. Like you
Um,
running on a treadmill while singing karaoke. Like
yes, we could do our rendition of Africa by
oh,
Toto.
that would be so fun. I'll play the
Eth-
bongos.
Ethan and I did it once, and it was actually hilarious. So you can be lead because he was lead, and I'll keep my backup part. And I just like lean into the microphone and do the like do 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 do. Oh man. Anyway, that's a good time. Route 66 Festival is fun. It's a fun one. Okay, moving on. It's not great news, but it's not terrible news, I guess. The Federal Reserve did not raise the interest rate this week, but it also didn't lower it. So stay the same, which makes it the 5th time in a row the interest rate did not change. But the Fed tells us to plan on 3 rate cuts, which would be nice coming this year.
Wow. I'm just glad I got my home interest rate what it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, you and me both. I mean, more than a couple for us, but yeah, I know that that's a thing right now with people moving. And I mean, I'm not a real estate guy by any stretch, so talk to the experts. But I had a friend who was like, man, I don't want to move right now, even though I want to move right now, I'm like,
yeah, interest rates will do that to you. Well, Springfield's Harmony House is asking for donations of toilet paper. Guess they're in a big need for that. They have a shortage of the staple for its residents, and it's asking you to go to its Amazon wish list, which you can find at myharmonyhouse.org, and have toilet paper delivered to them. You can also drop off donations, but you do need to make an appointment to do that because Harmony House is a local domestic violence shelter.
Right. So you do not want to stop in unannounced.
No.
That's really cool, isn't it? That they can do the Amazon wish list. That makes it kind of easy for people.
For sure. And I just think it's interesting they're out of toilet paper. Like it reminds me of COVID.
Right. Yeah. We were never short on toilet paper during COVID because Ethan bought in mass even before there was like a shortage of it because it was just on sale at Sam's Club one day.
Why does that not surprise me?
Exactly. Well, and then I remember thinking like, I should give this away. Like, what if my friends need it? So I'm like texting like my mom and my sister and, they were all set, but it was just funny.
That's good. Yeah. Yes. No, we got down to the wire for a moment and it was
Did you?
Everybody gets 2 squares, 2 squares. Just kidding. Maybe they have to do that at Harmony House. Like you guys, it's only
I know. Yeah, this is a way that you can help. And the Amazon thing makes it super easy too. So
agreed.
All right. Starting today, it's the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds PRCA Pro Rodeo. Yes, the rodeo is in town. It is tonight and tomorrow at 8:00 at the new Wilson Logistics Arena at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. I think the doors, if you will, open at 6:45. So check it out. You can get tickets at ozarkempirefair.com. Are you a rodeo girl?
Oh, not typically, but we went to a rodeo last summer and it was so much fun. Did Ethan ever have it show you the video of mutton busting?
Have you heard of this? No,
It is the funniest thing. We talked about it when I filled in before, but mutton busting, it's where they put small children, they put a helmet on them and they put them on like a sheep. That just like once it off, their back and they have to like try to stay on as long as possible.
Yeah.
It's just the funniest thing. So there's like the pre-qualification round where they're usually, they try to get the good kids to show in the arena, that'll stay on. And they walk away with some good hardware. I mean, they get some good prizes. Right. So
that's hilarious. Yeah. So I've been to a rodeo, so I've seen it, but it's been a long, long time because I'm not a regular either, but I had a great time when I went, I was like,
so fun.
This is crazy and cool. I went, if you are a rodeoer in the audience, this is a name like from yesteryear, but one of my high school classmates, Matt Glover, went on to be an amazing man in rodeo, apparently.
Wow.
Who knew?
Did he stay on for 8 seconds?
I guess so. I guess he could stay on for 8 seconds, apparently. I mean, I'm from a tiny high school, so it was just funny because I was at my high school class reunion like several years ago, and they were like, yeah, like Matt went on and did awesome things in the rodeo. I was like, what? How did I miss that?
Awesome.
Anyway.
That's awesome. Well,
There you
speaking
go.
of other awesome things, this is pretty cool. Tomorrow, Saturday, is the 3rd annual Mama Jean's Women's Makers Market. That's a lot to say, but it's happening at the Mama Jean's location on Sunshine near 65, where the store takes the day to highlight women artists and makers from right here in the Ozarks. So they'll be selling their unique products and art during business hours tomorrow. So go support
Mama
women-owned
Jean's.
businesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you see that Mama Jean passed away? Did you see?
No.
The story? Yeah, I mean, it was a few days ago. We did it on the podcast, but it was a few days ago. I want to say she was 89 years old, but I had no idea. I'll have to send you the information because we've already done it here. But
Yeah.
she started Mama Jean's in Ava, Missouri. I mean, it wasn't called Mama Jean's at that time, but
Right.
she just was kind of a, I mean, I'll use the word pioneer, I think, in like healthy eating and just, I don't know, wellness, nutrition.
Wow.
And look at it now, it's
Huge.
amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for them that tomorrow is the event, I
Yeah.
love that. Okay. And then finally on Sunday, you can check out a documentary on the local man who was named Male Opera Singer of the Year by the International Opera Awards. Michael Spires from Mansfield is also the artistic director of the Ozarks Lyric Opera. The documentary is about his unique life. And he's like a homegrown boy, right? It's called An Overnight Success: The Crazy Life of an Opera Singer. Spires will be here to introduce the 2-hour film at 2:15 at the Galois. Doors open at 1:30, and you can get tickets for that at galoistheater.com. It's funny because there's a guy that I know who is related to him. I think he's his father-in-law. He would be his father-in-law. And what a cool thing to be that good at such a unique skill,
Yeah. And always be entertaining, like, let me sing the menu tonight or whatever. Not that they do that, but I mean, it's just such a talent. I mean,
Yeah.
I would just be like, I'm
Maybe
sorry,
they do. If I could
you can't
sing
speak. You have to
like an
sing
opera
opera.
singer. Yeah. This is what I would do. Yeah. We will not listen to you unless it's in song.
Right. We will have spaghetti tonight.
You're funny.
I'm so angry at you.
Yes.
Just kidding. You
Right?
can't be mad.
You have to fight using opera words. It's good.
That would be fun.
All right. Well, happy Friday. I'm so glad that you could be here. Thank you, Diana. And
You're
thanks
welcome.
everybody else for tuning in. Ethan will be back next week. And I don't know. I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Enjoy your
Anything
weekend.
else you can think of? Yeah. Happy weekend. That's about
Stay
it.
tuned to Around the Ozarks Facebook page for all the other fun things happening in the Ozarks.
I know. Yes. It is the best compilation, people. AroundTheOzarks.com. Check out the events calendar. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. All right. See you
Bye.
later. Have a good one.